Hi, I'm Suzanne Castle, and this is the Thought Leader Thursday. I'm here today introducing you to another incredible leader, thinker, doer, and all-around amazing human who's going to help each of us think about our world a little bit differently than anyone else. From artists to teachers, from actors to moms, from the big names to the you didn't know about them till now names, my hope is that you will connect with a leader who helps you light up in your corner of this galaxy. This is the Thought Leader Thursday show. Hi, welcome back to another episode of the Thought Leader Thursday, where we connect you to someone who's rocking, who's rolling, who's changing the landscape of business and life to really live from a place of success and joy. And our guest definitely embodies all of that. But before you meet her and soak up all of her goodness, all right, Andrew, here's the thing. The mobile business world is really flourishing and just jumping off. And I know here in the DFW Metroplex, from food truck parks to mobile dog grooming to pop-up shops, it is everywhere. So I want to know, what is your favorite?
That is a great question. I think my favorite, like you just mentioned it, is like the mobile dog groomings and mobile vets and stuff like that. It just brings the convenience where you need it and where it's convenient for you. So I love that idea. I love the whole concept of mobility, I guess.
Yeah, I do too. And meeting people where they're at, right? Not waiting for people to come through your doors, but meeting them where they need you. And I think it's brilliant marketing and a wonderful strategy to think about doing something new, which is everything that Ashley does. She's an innovator. Okay, so hang on to that. She's an entrepreneur. She's a thought leader in the mobile beauty industry, and her passion is all about empowering women with tools and with resources and with connections while she implements innovative solutions, which, if you follow me, you know that is definitely all my space. So I can't wait to meet this other possibility thinker. She's here live in the studio. So who is she? She's the creator of Be Sweet by Beauty Entourage. It's kind of this luxury mobile pop-up experience where you get to go in, have fun at parties, or do your own thing. She's also the founder and CEO of Beauty Entourage, which is a hair and makeup agency for traveling hairstylists, for makeup artists throughout New England and New York. And now she's here in Texas, kicking butt, and we're going to intentionally talk about that here in a minute. So in addition, she has been featured in massive things like, I don't know, Entrepreneur Magazine. How about that? That's pretty fantastic. Throughout her 20-year career, her passion for serving and building community has not just been about business, but also building community around her own personal life and magic. She's so active in the community, and it's one of the reasons that I wanted to have her in the studio here today. But not only that, she has my heart, because as you know, I talk about this organization a lot, Babes Empower Babes. And so does she. She is definitely an empowering babe because she really focuses a lot on abuse shelters. She volunteers actively with various organizations. She pushes through her fears every single day and comes out of the other side to show you that you can change your life. Ashley, oh my gosh. Thank you so much for making time and being here with us today.
That was an amazing introduction. Thank you.
You're an amazing woman. You're easy to introduce.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. I do lots of things, but
you do
I
lots
love
of things. Aren't you already amazing? Everybody watching is like, woo, oh my gosh, what else are we going to get?
So I feel when I explain people what I do, I'm like, I'll skip past half of this.
Well, you do, and you're highly connected, and I want to just remind people, please go in the show notes and check out all the different ways you can connect with Ashley and what she's trying to do. And that's really what I want to talk about, because you literally are kicking butt in the wider community. You made this kind of cross from Yankeedom to Southdom kind of move, right? From Connecticut, right? And now you live in Keller, which is, for those of you that aren't local, that's in the DFW Metroplex here. And you're about fostering community first and foremost. And so you just kind of start this community advocacy group in Keller, and you have this mobile business, and you have this amazing strategy to connect people. So can you just tell us about that story and that journey?
I mean, yes. And especially after what we've all experienced with COVID, I definitely felt like community was needed on every level, never mind within my business and within other relationships, but connection was also another aspect that I felt like was missing. And I just love small businesses, entrepreneurs, and everybody has some kind of like need and some kind of need a hand up and connect in. And sometimes people don't know how to do that. And that's one of my favorite things to do. So I figured I'm in this new town. I need to meet people. I need to connect in. But what better than connect everyone, the community, the businesses, and then just me bringing what I do. I just love to market and brand and share. So I just dove right in.
I just love this. And so you started this organization called Kicking It Inkeller.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And that's how we got connected, because a friend of mine is your biggest fan now.
I love that.
And he's just following everything you're doing. He's talking about how you really are shaking things up, how people want to be where you are, and how they're all learning for the first time about each other. So tell us a little bit about you starting that.
Yeah, so Kicking It Inkeller, it's honestly, it was something for me where I was just like, okay, I want to connect in. Let's connect other. I hear this need. I see this need with clients and businesses. So I literally just started it on Facebook, and I was like, I don't know who's going to be interested in this. Let's just try it. And it just grew like wildfire. I started it in September last year. So it's been about maybe 5 months. We're at about 4,400 people in the
Holy
group.
moly.
And it is just like, everyone talks about it. Now when I go places, they know me before I can even introduce myself, which is exciting and fun. But at the same time, I'm like, what about you? What do you do?
Right.
And like, share on the group too. I want it to be something active and not really necessarily about me and what I do. I just wanted to kind of stoke the flames. And so
Right.
it's starting to catch a little bit of wildfire, and I love it. And I love when I see other people share and also put people do business with people.
That's
And
right.
so for the other small businesses to see me go live, or I'll do my interviews live, and they've never done anything like that. They're like, I'm so afraid of social media.
Right.
I don't want to go live. And I'm like, no, you have to. You got to just jump in. Let's do it. We'll do it together.
Right.
And so that's what I do with the group. I interview small business owners in town, and then I connect them to potential customers and vice versa. But it becomes a relationship and not just like this transactional thing. It's
Right.
like it's a relationship. So there's more to it.
Well, and I think the relationship is where things are. I think if COVID has
Absolutely.
taught anybody anything, and God love us, please let us be teaching us something other
Yes.
than, about a virus, is that our need for community and greater connection. And being in relationship is first and foremost. We're humans, we're human-centered, we're relationship-centered beings, and therefore we should be working in that space with one another and not just be about what's in it for me, what do I get out of this, but how do I serve one another? How can I bring people alongside me?
Exactly.
So thank you for
And also not being
fostering that.
afraid to ask for help or
Right.
say, hey, I don't understand this. I want to learn.
Right.
And then let me connect you to the people that can teach you or show you, and like we can all work together. Everybody has a different skill that they can bring to the table.
Exactly.
And we
right.
can all definitely share in that together.
Yes. I think a couple of months ago, we had a cybersecurity specialist on here. So not my jam. I
Yeah.
come out of, the performance world, and I'm just like, oh, that stuff just scares me. I don't know. I'm always afraid I'm going to push a button and everything's going to go away.
Yeah.
And she said the same thing. She said, I'm such a nerd and I don't know how to do these things. But that's the magic, right?
Yeah.
You just start having table conversations like this,
Yeah.
and you go, wow, what do you do? What do I do? Let's see how we can do it together. Let's
There's a
connect each other.
crossover. There's always a crossover. I always tell people that, like, it might not be the same industry, it might not be the same thing that you're doing, but connect and chat, and next thing you know, like, they know something else or someone else that needed what you can provide. So
right.
I think you don't realize that, and it's just like, why would I be talking to someone about this, or
Right.
I don't do that, or I don't offer that. It's like, doesn't matter. Build a relationship, and you realize how everything is connected. Everything is just like one big ecosystem. If everyone
Exactly.
learns to work together and collaborate, it's all there.
That's exactly right. And I think part of that magic that you're harnessing here is allowing people to say, you don't have to be doing the same things, but we go through the same things.
100%.
Right?
1,000%.
Right.
Yes.
And so when I'm in pain, you're in pain. And how do we help each other?
Yeah.
Right. I just think it's brilliant. So I know that you're currently kind of in this space of you've done this thing and this thing and this thing and 8 other things, right?
Yes.
And your concept is amazing about this kind of mobile beauty business, glamorous, make you feel amazing luxury thing at events and whatnot. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I really want to talk more about how your vision is expanding beyond that, because you've been talking already about you're just into experience, right? And you want to foster connection, and you want to be doing more than just a thing that you're always known for. You walk in and, just a mobile beauty gal, right?
Yeah,
You want to be known for more
absolutely.
than that. So talk
Absolutely.
to us a little bit about how to expand vision in the work that you're doing.
So first and foremost, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a creator. I love when I see a problem, I want to create a solution. I'm always thinking outside the box. So for me, I'm just always like, whenever people hear beauty, they immediately ask, how's my hair? How's my makeup? And I'm like, it's okay. I'm probably not even thinking about that. But, so I think that there's so much more to what I want to expand in and do with business, and also fostering resources and tools for people to do what they love, but do it easier and do it more creatively, and especially in the creative space. I feel
Right.
like a lot of people don't realize in the creative space that you can do all these things and make money doing it.
That's
and
right.
so a lot of times, you're so passionate about your craft and so like close to that you don't know how to make money doing it or how to do it, with ease and to still enjoy it. So I want to create tools and resources for people in the creative space and the beauty space that allows them to do that, and again, fostering more community and help and resources within each other.
That's just wonderful. So give us an example of that. Like, what's something that you're working on right now?
So Beauty Entourage is actually going to be pivoting quite a bit. So we are a hair and makeup agency in the Northeast. We did come down to Texas, but events are happening, but at a different rate, different scale. And ideally, I feel like I would like to create that ecosystem, that resource, that platform. I have also actually developed technology that allows people to manage their business on the go, all their appointments, all their scheduling, and also group bookings. So that technology we're actually launching for the public.
Woohoo!
I know, I'm so excited. So who would have thought? And that just goes to say, I was a hairstylist behind the chair. I started to learn how to run my own business. I got into technology. I mean, spaces I would have never dreamed to ever be a part of, and realize that there's all these different opportunities if you just kind of expand and open up your mind. So the technology piece we're going to be launching. So the Beauty Entourage is going to be an ecosystem of all of those tools, all of those things, and then also building that community right in that space. So OneStop Shop.
I mean, amazing. I was just reading a report yesterday it's kind of an event industry report that they do every year, an annual report. And one of the trends that they're noticing is how a lot of event-based organizations and people, they're losing, obviously, just like in the gig economy, like me, like it was really hard, right? But they're moving into technology and how they can take what they know in that space and transfer it to technology to make the world more connected. And it's such a beautiful thing. And
Right.
you're at the forefront of that.
I believe it's definitely something. I think people are scared of technology in a way, but I think it is, if you do it right, it just complements your business and it streamlines your processes of your business that are inevitable. So I think if you use technology in that way, you could actually do more of what you love faster and get it out there, and then also, have it help you on the behind the scenes stuff. So that's the tools that I built for my company, and it allowed us to grow into all the amazing things that you were able to mention. And now we've pivoted and said, okay, we want to share this with the public. We want people to use this because the mobile industry doesn't matter whether it's beauty or food trucks or whatever it is, but going mobile and providing on location services or any type of convenient thing at someone's home or event is only growing. It's becoming more and more of a demand. So
I in my neighborhood during the pandemic, we're a very tightly connected street, and we were missing being with each other. And literally the week before everything shut down, a friend of a friend in our neighborhood had bought an old VW van and had transformed it to a popsicle and wine truck. So
that's brilliant.
I mean, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And this person was freaking out, understandably so. So called our neighborhood association person and said, I'll come for free. I just want to say this is a thing that we can do. And please help me because I don't know now what we're going to do. We've spent years doing this. So, of course, we tipped this person probably more than it would have cost to have them in this space. And it was so fun to have kids with popsicles, and I had several glasses of Prosecco and just out of, but it's so wonderful to watch the innovation that's happening. And how and everything that I am seeing is about connection. First and foremost. It's not this thing over here or this business idea over here. I mean, it might be, but at the central part of it, it's all about connection.
Absolutely. Connection, and then experiences. Creating experiences, memorable things that you can do with your group of friends, with your neighbors, things of that nature. That's what's very popular for my business as well.
That's wonderful. Okay, now I know you're in the pampering space, the luxurious pampering space. And if you check all the things out online, you will see some amazing photos of the events that Ashley does. So talk to us a little bit about I know you just talked about the technology piece that's coming, but what are some other ways that you're showing up for people with your business? Because it is dynamic.
Oh, thank you. I love that people get to see now a huge visual aspect of my business, which are these big pink trucks. I converted box trucks, which has never really been done in this way for a salon. Usually it's like an RV or a van. So it is a box truck, so it's separate from the cab. When you walk into it, you definitely feel like you're in a suite, and that's what it's called. So it's B Suite by Beauty Entourage. And we do everything from, and this is kind of the learning curve with people, because they're like, what? You do what? We do salon services. We do a full salon service menu. So that's haircuts, color, balayage, hair extensions.
Wow.
Plus we can do the group. So we do come for one person. And I think that's a learning curve.
Neat.
Yeah, because, and then they're like, is this like dog grooming for humans? And I'm
Yes.
like, exactly. Exactly. So definitely, if you're having your dog groomer come to your house, then I mean, you can have your hairstylist come too, and you can get all done up. So that's what it's about. And then we're expanding into events and doing that as well, because that's my jam. I love events. I love large gatherings and connecting people. So so events is the next aspect of what we're doing with the trucks.
It is unbelievable. Okay, so I close every show. We'll wait first. So if people wanted to come your way, where do you want them to go?
So for the trucks, right now we have 2 trucks in the Keller area. So we're within 30 minutes. We kind of stay within of Keller. So if you would like to book an appointment, you can go to thebsuite.com. We're also on Instagram. So if you want to see the fun pictures, the behind the scenes of the truck, it's really fun. I document everything too. So it's the B Suite. And then my company is Beauty Entourage. So stay tuned for that. And lots of things in store. So if you follow anything on my platforms, you'll get all the goods.
Great. And we'll be sure and link to all of that. So check out the show notes right now and definitely connect with Ashley and all of her amazingness. Okay, so I ask every single guest that comes here we close the show with your own definition of what it means to sparkle. So give it to us.
Ooh, what it means to sparkle. When I think of sparkling, I think of like to glow, like just everything. So what it means to sparkle for me is really to be in that space of creativity and empowerment within your own self. Finding gratitude and grace in everything, and know that the journey is going to be meandering. It might change, it might shift, a pandemic might happen.
Right.
But just seeing the good in everything. And when you're in that space, you truly do sparkle, because you just see where, there's a struggle, it's a learning opportunity. This is going good, great, we're going to keep on moving and push into this. So I think having just gratitude in everything, and that exudes, it just embodies who you are, and that makes you sparkle.
I think that's remarkable. So thank you so much. You are a fabulous guest. I cannot wait to connect people. Aren't you glad you tuned into this Thought Leader Thursday? I know that you are. Before you tune off, I want to let you know who is coming your way on our next episode. And we're going to be featuring a brilliant magazine publisher, subscription box maven. Her name is Kimberly DeShield Spencer. Her story is unreal unique. Her entire business was stolen from her as like an identity piece, and she just completely reshifted and branded, and she's rocking the free world in all the ways that she can. I can't wait for you to meet her on the next Thought Leader Thursday. I'm Suzanne. Thanks for tuning in.